I made a post on YouTube saying, how do you actually feel about Mortal Kombat 1? Be honest. I want to read a lot of these comments from the community, from you guys, respond to them and see what's actually happening. This comment says, I genuinely like the game a lot, just a lot of things need to be fixed and more content brought to the game. I feel like this is a perfect way to sum it all up. It's weird because the game took like 4 years to come out, but at the end of the day, it's still kind of unfinished. It's really weird. It doesn't add up. It doesn't really make sense, but I pretty much agree with this whole comment here. It managed to improve on the stuff I hated on 11, like the story and gameplay, but it dropped the ball in every other area. I agree 100% here. I'm not really a big story guy, so I'm not going to really comment on that side of it. I don't know if the story is much better or different. They kind of just feel the same to me. In terms of the gameplay, there's way more creativity. There's a lot more options. It's faster. It looks better. The combos are more fun. Definitely gameplay-wise, a lot more exciting than MK11, so I agree with that. For anyone that's like a story head, let me know. Is the story better this time around? I really feel like it's the same, but I'm not sure. Oh, shit. Hold up. One sec, boys. One sec. Bruh. What is she barking at? What is Blood talking about? I was enjoying my recent games, but then got here with 2 desyncs. Wait on a proper patch. This is probably the biggest problem with the game right now, in my opinion. I can't even imagine how many people quit Mortal Kombat 1 because of this desync issue. Like, it's actually sad to think about. It might not seem like much to some of you. Like, personally, it's annoying to me, but like, I don't care that much. Like, I'm obviously not going to quit the game because of it. It's such a big issue, man. It's such a big issue. So, I 100% agree. It's starting to come together. I agree. I think in a few months, this will be one of the best Mortal Kombat games, if not the best. It kind of sucks that it's like later in the game's release, but I think over time, maybe 6 months from now, it'll be a really, really good game. I love it a lot, but MK11 had a lot of cool single player stuff with the towers. This is a huge thing I hear as well. From what I hear from everyone with Invasions, Invasion is pretty much a flop. I am not a single player guy. You guys know me. I don't care about any single player content. I literally don't care about it. I'll be honest. I don't even like grind it at all. I don't do any of it. This is another thing I'll need some comments and like people in the chat to say. Is Invasions more boring than towers? Like the MK11 towers? Aren't they like the same thing? I don't really see the big difference. Like, I mean, I think they're both boring for me personally. So like, let me know what the difference is. You would have cool shit for your character a lot sooner. Spitting. You're spitting. I'd like more brutalities for the characters and for DLC characters as well, because they usually don't get more content once released. So every character basically has 6 brutalities. A lot of them you can't combo into. A lot of moves that should have brutalities just don't have brutalities. I agree with this 100%. They did do this in MK11 later on though. Like in the last year and a half or like 2 years of MK11, they added a lot more brutalities. So maybe that's something that will happen down the line. I can imagine they have so much to catch up on, you know? Like they have so much stuff they need to do. Imagine how many things they're trying to work on right now. I miss co-op towers. Also wish you could level up characters offline, as I mostly play local with my roommates and I'd like to unlock mastery rewards. Again, just quality of life stuff. That's what I'm seeing the most. Most of the stuff I'm seeing here isn't like big things, but like even just being able to level up offline is a big deal. The fact you can't even level up your characters for playing with your friends in person is pretty whack. Totally justify that one. All the way from MK9 to MK1 is goated. Okay, pretty positive comment. I like that. At its core, the actual fighting is the best it has ever been. There's just nothing to keep me playing it. I haven't even finished the current Invasion season because it's just a slog and so tedious. This seems like a pretty common opinion. Like they prefer the crypt, towers. I think it's just much easier to grind towers and the crypt and stuff like that instead of this slow ass invasions. One thing that really baffles me is the customization aspect. 11 had so many options. 100%, this is a fact right here. I cannot believe the customization downgrade in this game. The change from MKX to MK11 in terms of customization, like you could do so many cool things. You could make your character however you wanted. I'm pretty sure there was like 3 customization options for every character. And there was the intros and the outros as well. And then in this game, you have a palette and 1 piece of gear. That's it. I really don't understand what happened there. It's just, again, like unfinished, man. It just seems like something they weren't really ready to do. Maybe in the future it'll change. Like this game could be a completely different game in 1 year, but I don't know. I know we have skins, but like it is a downgrade from MK11, 100%. You can have skins and still have the customization together. I think there's just too much to learn with each character, especially when considering cameos. It's just way too overwhelming. This is an interesting one because I don't think fighting games should be easy. I think it's fine that the game is hard to learn, or it might be hard to learn for some. I think that's actually a good thing. If it wasn't like this and it was the opposite, for the higher level players, it would be really trash. Like, we would get bored so fast and just learn everything way too quickly. So I honestly disagree with this for the most part. I think it's actually good that it's hard to learn. Overwhelming, yes, it might be. I agree with that. All fighting games, in my opinion, are pretty overwhelming. I think it should be that way. So this game's definitely more challenging than 11. So I get where you're coming from, but I think it's better to be this way than to be easy. Just can't help but miss the pace of MKX. Really just miss everything about MKX. Damn, a lot of MKX love on this post as well. I got a lot of love for MKX though. The brutalities are sick, fatalities are sick, combos are really fun. I already mentioned all this earlier. Like, I love MKX too. Early MKX was really fun and crazy. Later MKX, it was a little worse, but I still think it's a great game. I don't think I'll ever have as much fun with MK as I did with MKX. Wow, 40 likes as well. You guys really like MKX, huh? They need to add more cameos if you ask me. That would be dope. They are going to be adding more cameos throughout the combat packs and everything. So we're going to have way more by like the end of the combat packs. I agree too. More cameos, make them stronger, make them usable. The more strong cameos we have, the better the game is, 100%. Not enough combo potential for characters. Feels like every character gets old fast. This is 100% not true. This is the most combo potential we've ever had in a Mortal Kombat game, ever. Like, by far. More combo potential than MKX, MK9, MK11. There's never been a game of Mortal Kombat with more combo potential than this one. 100%. MKX had more? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. MKX did have a lot of combo potential, but not more than this game. I enjoyed the game, but I wish there was more game modes. Co-op towers, test your luck, etc. 100% agree. Test your might, even just being able to do test your might for fun. I wish I could do that. Motor combat, chess combat, like those things are really fun. A few extra game modes would be nice, 100%. Damn, this comment just said Tekken 8, bro. This guy just went straight to Tekken 8. He's done. Look, I'm excited to play Tekken 8 for sure. It's gonna be good. I will still be playing MK1 though. It can obviously be a lot better, but I still love it and play it every day. I love to hear this. I love these kind of comments. This is basically how I feel on it. Like, it can be better, but I still enjoy it. Still have fun with it. This is the first Mortal Kombat to have meta characters, and there's only like 3 other characters who can keep up with the meta characters. What is bro talking about? Has man ever played any other fighting game? Did he play any other Mortal Kombat? What? Every fighting game and every Mortal Kombat has characters that are top tier every single time. This is not something that's new. Honestly, I love it, but waiting for a character that I really love to keep maining. Hopefully, Takeda brings what I want. More characters and I have no complaints. Imagine this game with more characters, a lot of these problems fixed, and more cameos. It's gonna be so sick. I really hope a lot of these new characters are fun too. It has its issues and server problems, but man, the gameplay is NetherRealm's greatest. So much fun to play. Also, the presentation is excellent. 100% in like a year, it's gonna be the best MK game. I'm feeling it. Best gameplay since MKX in my opinion. Yes, it's missing quality of life things like crossplay, which will be coming in the future, but I'm having a lot of fun with the game right now. He's spitting. When we talk about love and enjoy, the only thing I can remember is MKX. The MKX love in this thread is insane. I've never seen so many people love MKX like this. Best and most fun MK, best mechanics. Can't believe why run is not a permanent mechanic. I am an MKX fan. I love MKX. I don't want run to be a permanent mechanic. I do not want it to come back. It was so cheap. It was fun, but it's cheap. It was so cheap. I'm happy crossplay is off. Why would you be happy that crossplay is off? What the? I cannot see one reason why you wouldn't want crossplay to be on. It's good, but invasions is a torture method. I hate the grind that they force the players to do. He said torture method. Holy shit. I mean, I know it's slow, but is it a torture method? Is it that bad? I mean, every time I've played Invasions, I haven't liked it, but I'm not like an Invasions player like that. This comment said, yeah, but MK11 on top. Hold on, we got some MK11 love in here. Most of you guys don't even like MK11, I feel like. I feel like most people like MKX way more than MK11. Bruh, why is this so dramatic? I'm so close. There's always a big problem going on. Why is this so dramatic, bruh? So close to what? Yo. Whoa, this is a good comment. The gameplay is great. I really enjoyed the story. In those 2 aspects, I'd say it's my favorite NRS game since MK9. It's a pretty big statement. But these microtransactions, lack of content and basic features, and server issues are really putting a damper on the experience as a whole. I didn't even really think about the premium store stuff. Like, nobody's talking about the Dragon Crystals in these comments, but the way they've done the premium store and the skins and stuff, it's kind of like... You'd think the game is free, bro. The way they're charging for the skins, you would think the game is legit free to play. It's like $10 for a skin. Like, that's ridiculous. Definitely way too much. None of that money goes to tournaments either, which is pretty sad. Might be my favorite Mortal Kombat. The only downside is some characters are just too easy to win with. Some have too much range. Some are just absolutely unplayable. It's not even about skill anymore. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a competitive player. I've been playing for years now. People think this in every fighting game, but it's obviously not true. There's a reason why there's the best players in the world. If it wasn't about skill, there wouldn't be best players in the game. The results would be inconsistent and randoms could just win. 100% not true, bro. There are characters that are easier to win with, obviously. But again, that applies in every fighting game of all time. There's no fighting game ever where every character is the same. I also don't think there's any unplayable characters in the game at all either. I haven't played that game in a long time, unfortunately. They're kind of losing me because there's literally nothing to do. Ah, man. I hate seeing these comments because you guys know how much I like care about MK. I don't want to see it die at all. What else do you guys want them to add though? Like, I actually want to know specifically, like, what should they add into the game? I feel like you can only do so much as single player content. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, you guys let me know, but game is hard AF, but I'm just garbage. Damn. That was some insane self-awareness, bro. This is definitely one of the harder MK games, in my opinion. It's really hard to survive on defense in this game because there's just so much going on. I totally get where he's coming from there. I didn't actually look at the results. Let me see. We got 61,000 votes. 30% said they love it. 11% said it's kind of boring mid-game, to be honest. And then 3% said, I don't like MK1 at all. Overall, pretty decent opinion, but I think once a lot of these things are fixed, most people will actually really like the game. The bottom half, you can't really fix that, though. If they think the game's boring in mid, it's probably not going to change. And if you don't like the game, then you're not going to like it later, most likely. I'll be honest, I really hate the cameo system. I just want classic 1v1 Mortal Kombat. If they had a separate tag team mode, that would be even better. I don't know, man. Like, when I first saw cameos, I didn't really know how to feel about it. I actually like it. I really like it, to be honest. I think it's fun. Having tag team as a separate mode would be sick. I would have a lot of fun with that. If we had the option of 1v1, tag team, and cameos, like just all three, that would be cool as well. I don't think this game can really work as like a 1v1 game with the engine that they've made for this one. It would be cool to see it actually happen. I love it, but I got no money to buy it. Yo, send me a message on Discord. I swear to God, I'll buy it for you. I'm not even trolling. Message me on Discord. I'm not even kidding. I got you, bro. I'm only buying it for one person though. No one else is getting it. I only love it as much as I do because I truly only care about the gameplay. I play casually with friends online and occasionally Combat League. I love watching tournaments and streamers like you. Thank you. They need to completely start over with invasions and the entire reward system is straight up trash. This is basically how I feel. Like, when I'm playing the game, I don't care about anything else. I really just like playing the game. That's like the main thing I want to do is just play multiplayer, tournaments, high level. That's my favorite thing. For the most part, I agree with this. As an offline player, I don't think this one has quite enough content. Monetizing everything they can is obnoxious, but that's more of a state of gaming issue than it is an MK1 issue. That's pretty true, actually. I think if you were just playing offline content on this game, it would be really hard. You would be done with the game in like, what, a week? You'd probably be done with the game? It's an unfinished game-wise. Warner Bros. Rushed NRS to release. The game's not ready at all. I don't know the politics behind the release of the game, but I agree there's definitely a lot of unfinished aspects to it. So we don't actually know what happened behind the scenes, but who knows? The game is pretty unfinished. I already said from the start that most of my takes are pretty much just gameplay related because I don't really care that much about the single player stuff. I don't care that much about the microtransactions. Like, personally, I'm not going to buy any of them. For me, like, the biggest thing is the gameplay. Is the gameplay good? I 100% think the gameplay is amazing. Like, I love playing the game. Is there cheap stuff? Yes, but I think that's what makes it fun. Balance wise, I feel like we're actually in a pretty decent spot. Most of the characters are pretty good. I think a lot of the cameos probably could get a little bit better, but in the last patch, they buffed a lot of the cameos, like basically every cameo. I think we're going in the right direction in terms of the gameplay. I wouldn't change too much gameplay wise at the moment. We definitely need more ambush cameo moves. That is what makes it really fun. I actually don't love that fatal blows have armor so quickly, and I don't really love like the mashing on the fatal blows to get extra damage. Outside of that, gameplay wise, I really like everything. I wouldn't really make that many changes about gameplay at the moment. In terms of invasions and stuff, like, I'm gonna probably repeat myself a few times. I don't care that much about single player content, but for you guys, like, I totally understand why you would want it to be better. I've never in any Mortal Kombat game like grinded the single player, so it doesn't really matter what was in the game single player wise. I just wouldn't play it. I literally don't play any single player games. I never do. I don't enjoy it. The enjoyment I get out of games is like being better than someone else at it, like beating them. So that's why I don't really play single player stuff. I will agree 100% the customization is terrible in this game. That's probably one of the bigger things that I care about that isn't gameplay. The fact that I have to do invasions when I already don't like single player content, it's like, there's no way I'm getting all these skins and doing that. Even the shrine, like, it's just pressing a button, like brain dead. Even that is too slow. I cannot be bothered doing that. So I'll probably never have all the skins and all the like customization because I just can't be bothered doing it. Also, some quality of life stuff, like we don't have rooms, we don't have lobbies yet, we don't have crossplay. These two are huge like game changers. They will make a big difference in the community. If we have these two, like, the game will be so much more alive. It'll be popping way more. You'll find games faster. You'll play more people. More people will be excited to play the game. That's probably one of the biggest ones as well for me that's missing. Oh, one thing I'll say that I think I'm not really a big fan of is like the way they're rolling out the DLC. Why are we getting a character and then a cameo like 3 weeks later, but they're both together in the trailer? I feel like that's really weird to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I feel like that's pretty weird. When it's just the cameo releasing, nobody really cares like that much, unfortunately. If they were dropping them at the same time, it would just be way more exciting and way more of a hype. Because it's like drip feeding, like you get the character, then like 3 weeks later you get the cameo. The hype kind of like, it's not dead, but it could be way more hype, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's an L take. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's what I feel at least. Overall, I think MK1's a great game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I agree with everything that you guys said in terms of the things that need to be fixed. Some of you guys do have skill issues and you complain about characters and the game when it's really just a skill issue sometimes. Some of you might be valid. I complain about the game sometimes too, but at the end of the day, I think MK1's a great game. I think in a few months, it'll be an even better game. It might be the best Mortal Kombat game yet. Right now, we're not in the best spot, but I think in a few months, we'll be in a really good spot and the game will be awesome. So hopefully we can stick it out for a little bit longer and the grass will be greener on the other side. We'll have to make like an update video in like 6 months and see where we're at. But as of right now, that's my thoughts on the game. That's the community's thoughts on the game. Let me know what you think in the comments and I'll see you guys in the next one.